Farid Ahmed's words of forgiveness were heard around the world following a terror attack in Christchurch, New Zealand.
I want a heart that will be full of love and will forgive lavishly.
Farid's wife Husna was among 51 Muslims massacred as they worshipped at two city mosques. And yet Farid chose love over hate.
I don't want to have a heart that is boiling like a volcano. A volcano has anger, fury, rage.
In this podcast, Farid shares his own extraordinary life story, weaving everyday lessons from a series of savage life shocks that would have overwhelmed many. He explores the nature of compassion and how forgiveness has helped him deal with his own trauma.
People ask me, why did you forgive someone who has killed your loved wife, beloved wife?
His words and stories offer both healing and hope for the future.
If our heart is full of love, then peace will start from here.
Episode 1, The Bangladeshi Village Boy.
I was born as a very ordinary person, ordinary child. Not so much difference except few things. So the forgiveness today and forgiveness in my childhood is similar. Connected. The reason is that we were 6 siblings and I was in the middle. And you know that the middle one is always in trouble. More responsibility, the older ones discipline you. So you have to be reprimanded time to time, or sometimes probably a little bit of beating in our culture from older siblings. If according to their definition you were not good or you did not do what you're supposed to do. And also you have to be affectionate to your younger ones. You have to take responsibility to look after them. So in our family culture, to be in the middle, you have to forgive and forget, because every day, imagine few kids, it's not easy. Things always, goes wrong, and so you have to patch up at the end of the day. You have to forgive one another, and you have to learn compassion. You have to learn duty. So the forgiveness, I would say, has been rooted right from the beginning in my childhood. So nothing new.
What did that childhood look like? Because from a New Zealand perspective, I think it would be very different. Well, I suspect it would be very different.
Very different. So, for example, at that time, we didn't have electricity. So night time it would be very dark. So we used to use lantern. In night time there will be millions of mosquitoes. So you have to use mosquito nets. When we used to study at night, then sometimes I used to use kerosene on my leg. You know why? Because the mosquito will be deterred, they will run away. But the other part, top part of the body, I could use heavy cloth, so their needle cannot go through this thick cloth. But leg side, most nights I used to use kerosene.
So you're studying at night?
Yeah.
So what's the day? I mean, take me through a day as a young Bangladeshi.
I would say a very tough time, but a lot of fun. So we will get up early in the morning, but initially in my young age, until I would say five and a half, I was living in the big house. So we have many houses because we have big block of land And in that block, we had almost everything for survival. We could grow veggie, we could grow fish, we had 5 big ponds, we had over 1,000 betel nut tree, very tall. So, one has to climb up to pick the betel nut, and it was me. We had lots of fruit trees. So I was also called as a monkey, because in my family I was the only sibling who could climb, no problem.
How high are you talking?
So some trees were 50, 60 meters up. Yeah. So,
and you're scrambling up.
Yeah. Initially, my leg used to shake, and then I got the balance. I had to struggle, and I learned from it. But what I was going to say, so the morning starts very early. So when I was staying in the main house, next room to my father, he was a spiritual man. So he would wake up around 4 a.m. to do his meditation, his prayer, his recitation, and I could hear everything. So my sleep was not very long. So I was up from 4 a.m. and until 10 p.m. So 6 o'clock is really up and run to go to the mosque to get some lessons, couple of hours, come back in running, have a swim, good swim, have some food, and then by 9 o'clock or 9:15, walk to the school, very, very far, and we didn't have any car, nor a bicycle, nothing.
How long did that take then to walk?
The walk, high school would take, returning would be 1.5 hours, little bit more. So coming and going back, but we were sort of a group from our side, so we could go together. So we always had chatting fun. Then after school, come back and have some food, straight to the farm, because there is a lot of work to do. And I had my share. I had to do it. It was a daily routine, 7 days a week, no break, no holiday. And then probably 35 to 40 minutes between finishing my farm work until the sundown, that was my time to join the sukkah. And then after sukkah, sunset, come home, do your prayer, eat something, and then study until 10. So that was a normal routine. Time to time I broke it, but that was the normal routine. We didn't have toys to play. Our toys was whatever we made with our hand. Our slate was sand, the mud.
So you wrote in the sand?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And it was very natural. Our picnic was, initially our picnic was not with the food that you can eat. It was all pretending picnic. You bring a fish, and what is the fish? Fish is a leaf. You bring a kettle. What is the kettle? A big leaf. And then in a little pot, you put some sand, and then you stir it, and you pretend that there is smoke. Oh, smoke is bothering me, and everyone is saying, yeah, it is too much, things like this. So those sort of things we had. So comparing to today's children, in our time, we had less, but we had probably more fun. We had satisfaction with little. We never complained. And in our culture, I would say what I have seen, that in children you would not see depression. You would not see depression. You would see that there is no barriers. They are coming together quickly. They are playing. Yes, they are fighting with one another, but they are managing.